Greetings to one and all. The year is 1926 and could be floating over into 1927. Have two radios here, and the first one here I'll show you is an Airline Roamer. I'm sorry, I have not went through this one yet. The reason I'm showing you these is because this one was sold by Montgomery Wards back in the 1926-27 fall and winter catalog, and it's the same radio as the next one I'm going to show you, other than there's a few different revisions in it. The faceplate is a different faceplate. Pointer knobs are a little different. They've added a headphone, and this one here, while it's the same chassis, this one only has five tubes in it. This one has coupling that is amplified by transformers only, no resistance capacitance coupling. You'll notice this little patent allowing and pending, allowed and pending. It has the same plate on the other radio. Suspect that Fansteel made this radio, as the tuning assembly is the same on both of these, and Fansteel had the patent on this, and since it has the plate on there that the patents are allowing, kind of makes me think that it was probably a Fansteel. I do have other radios that do use this Fansteel tuning assembly, but they do not have the patent allowing plates on them. Anyhow, having said that, let's move on over. Here are pictures of the radio that I'm about to show you, and this is what it looked like when I first received it, the condition it was in. And here is the condition that it's in today. And let's look at the inside. Here is the inside. You'll notice this one has got the 4 tubes in the back instead of 3. The stage after the detector is transformer coupled. Transformer coupling, here's the detector. There's a transformer here to boost the signal up. It's a 3-to-1 transformer. Goes into this tube here. This tube is resistance coupled over to this tube, which is also resistance coupled to this tube. This was a high-end or high-dollar set back in the day. Get this fancy label. Back in 1927, and if I could find the literature, which I don't have, you probably was looking at $100 for this radio, as fancy as it is. And this is a walnut cabinet. It's not veneer. This is actual walnut. Actually, this is a little flaw in the walnut here. This is where a knot in it had come out. Another little flaw. This is because it's real wood. It's not particle board. It's not plywood. It's not veneer. This is actual walnut. Let's turn it on and see how it works. Over here, let me mention this. Here's the power supply that I designed and built for this radio. And we'll flip it on, a little switch. This is the horn speaker right here. We're going to be running the radio off of. This is what they call a gooseneck because of the shape of the horn. They made it this way to balance the weight of the horn so that the front would not want to fall forward. So that's a gooseneck horn designed that way to balance it for center of gravity. Looking over here at the radio and at the control panel, we've got your on-off switch. It has some wear indication here, a little bit of wear here, and just a touch of wear here. I like that because that lets me know that back years ago, back in the 1920s, the roaring 20s as they call them, that this radio got some use. People used this radio. This was a form of entertainment back then. Radio was a brand new thing. A lot of people were experimenting with radios. It was just the dawn of the electronics age. This is what issued in all of the electronics. It began right here. We wouldn't have computers, we would not have iPhones, we would not have any of the modern technology we have today if it wouldn't have started with these old radios. So it played a very important part in history. Okay, let's turn it on. And let's see if we can tune something in. You've got two tuning dials. Normally these would, I have to hold the camera here so I can't tune them both at the same time, but typically you want both of these dials to be fairly close. You tune them until you get your best signal. This is your volume control, and what it does is it turns the high voltage up on the RF tubes. And that's overdriving it a little bit. Now we're going to go down, see if I can find another station. We move them one at a time.
Talking about announcements, should we be giving them more credit? I mean, the ability to win in an expanded field when you don't have a home court advantage seems like it would be even more difficult. Kevin in Texas, what's your take on it?
Hey, Jason, I look at it this way, like if baseball and these other sports that are coming back and playing, hopefully baseball will play, they get an Astros on it, it's not fair because you have like the Astros who cheated and the Red Sox cheated. They should have an asterisk for their World Series.
So what you have, basically, between this radio, two different brands on them. And that's because the works, being the mechanical, electrical part of the radios, no doubt came out of one factory. The cabinets probably came out of a different factory. Back then, as in today, a lot of times one company would order certain parts from another company and they would put it together and make it into whatever they're building. Anyhow, put your questions and comments down if you have any, and I'll be glad to answer them. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you have a great day.